Hello, welcome to Last Bell Boxing. We have the pleasure of a bit of a second interview with Worksop's very own Nicola Hopwell. How you doing, Nick?
Hiya, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
That's okay, no problem. So the last time we had you on was after you'd I think you just had your third fight, hadn't you?
Yes.
I think it's about 3 months ago. Was it, Cole?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
but Andy, I don't keep days that rigid, fella. I think I ain't got a calendar on the wall where I'm making note of everyone who's been on.
Well, I thought you got it all down in your diary, mate. I thought he was a bit more professional than that.
Well, I'm not sure. Sorry about this, Nicky. Let me just point back to these box. I'm not sure it's about professionalism, Andy. It's all about But yeah, let's move on to Nicola.
Yeah, back to the point. So we'd had you on just after your third fight.
Yep.
And you'd got the fourth fight lined up and also the European title fight lined up.
Yep.
So you get yourself prepared for that fourth fight. So let's start with that.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone that doesn't know and haven't seen it, get yourself onto YouTube. I'm sure it's on there.
Yeah, it's on there.
So the fourth fight you just had was your fourth fight, your fourth win, and your fourth KO.
Yes.
In dramatic style, might I add. Shades of Carl Froch with Jermaine Taylor here, wasn't it? Because you stopped this girl right at the very end of the last round.
Yeah, I think it was 1 minute 56 into the last round, so she only had 4 seconds to go.
But to be quite honest with you, I mean, let's just talk about your opponent for a little bit.
Yeah.
How durable was she?
Very. She had a chin. Definitely had a chin. I went back to the corner. I think it was second round, and I said to Chris, I think I caught her clean with a right hand, and I said, I'm not stopping this girl. She's got a chin on her. And Chris said, just go round with her, like, don't be silly, don't try and stop her if you don't think you can stop her. And then it just kept going on and on and on, and then I was going to body, I was going to head, and she just weren't moving. She was just still in front of me. It didn't matter what I threw at her. She was still there in front of me. And then, last little bit I think left hook caught her. I think it just took her legs from under her. I don't know if you noticed that video, but it did take her legs. Yeah,
from the camera angle, we could really see her back was kind of to the camera, so you could kind of see your shots flying in, but not necessarily what was happening with her. Yeah. It was very clear. It was very clear though that your shot selection's outstanding. Hands up, first time I've seen you fight as well live. So I was very impressed. Your shot selection was outstanding. Footwork was great. We've talked about this between us on the show. And we all agree that you should be fighting at a better level than this.
Thanks. I had a lot of feedback after that fight.
Yeah, well, I've seen all the stuff on Twitter, and the response to you has been great, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good. Very positive. Like, for people who've first time they've seen me, or if it was the second or third time they'd seen me, I did get some good response from it, and people saying, because I've stopped my other opponents in quite early, I knew she was a good amateur. She was an unbeaten amateur, so I knew it was going to be a better fight for me, and I knew it was going to be one of them fights where I could go the distance with her, and people could actually see me box, because I've been stopping my opponents in 1 and 2 rounds. Yeah. I thought, like, people haven't actually seen me box, and they don't know what I can do, and because I did the rounds with her, people actually saw me box, and they saw that I can mix my shots up and I can go the distance for people.
Yeah, Nicola, can I just jump in there?
Yeah.
While we're talking about what level you should be fighting at, obviously it's hard to avoid Ebony Bridges on social media, so obviously seeing that you've been training with her.
Yeah.
Couple of questions. Did fight camp whet your appetite regarding them big events? I'm sure it did. And number 2, how much harder was it training alongside Ebony Bridges, or was it of the normal standard that you train?
Well, Ebony, like, her work ethic is well, it's amazing. Like the amount of work she puts into it. I train hard. To me, I train hard. Like I'll do my run, I'll go work, and then I do whatever at night time at the boxing gym. But training with Eb, like I'd literally just got there, like down to Swansea. She's like, "Oh, come on, we're going to the gym." I'm like, "Mate, just got here." So yeah, but I love doing stuff like that, and I love keeping up with her. Like, oh, we're going to the boxing gym in the morning, we're going to go for a walk, then we're going to the normal gym, go on treadmill. We went on treadmill, then she's like, oh, come on, let's go on bike. But I love doing stuff like that. She puts so much work in. It's amazing.
And what about fight camp? Obviously, me and Andy unfortunately didn't get to go down to a fight camp. So is it as good as it looks on the camera?
Yeah, it's better. I absolutely loved it, and just the whole setup of it, it's just amazing. And obviously, I wouldn't have gone down if Ebony weren't been fighting. It's not something I'd have gone to. But I'm glad I went. Definitely glad I went, because obviously Ebony were on that fight, and then she's in Leeds on the 4th of September, but I can't go to that because I'm in Brighton.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I went, because it was the only opportunity to see a box in the UK, and just to be like actually at the ringside as well, you know, just seeing that platform and that standard of boxing, it's really good, and it's definitely opened my eyes.
And then final one for me, I'll let Andy back in. I noticed that you was with Enzo McAnally for a little bit, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Did he give you any pointers or anything? Because I think he's a top boxer and a top fella, to be honest.
Yeah, Enzo's lovely. So Ebony's training with Enzo down in Swansea, so that's the gym that we was going to. And yeah, he took me on the pads and stuff, and because obviously I needed to keep my training up while I was away, with the fights being such like a short turnaround. So I went down for a few days, and yeah, while I was going to the gym and stuff, he put me on pads. He gave me some pointers, helped me out a little bit, which is good, because it's good to get different views from different people. And obviously Enzo's were a good boxer, so like I take everything on board, any information and any pointers that anybody can give me, I'd definitely take it on board.
Yeah.
Enzo McAnally's got a wealth of experience, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He had an outstanding trainer in Enzo Calzaghe for his pretty much his whole career. So what he's learned from Enzo and from Joe as well, what has he said to you to help you along the way, or when he's taking you on the pads, what's he said about what you do and how you go about your work?
On the pads, he knew, he saw my fight and he knew like my jab was good, so we just kind of went over the basics, because I'm only there for a few days, so we just went over the basics like jab hook, 1-2s, just the basic stuff. But I think the basic stuff, that's the stuff you need in a lot of the fights sometimes. And what he did do, which I did find useful, is he sat down and watched the fight with me against the girl that I was boxing. So we sat and watched one of the fights. Well, I watched it with him and Ebony, and pointing out like, oh, you need to be doing this, and she does that, and I found that really useful. We just sat on City and watched it one day after training, so just little pointers like that.
He sounds like a right humble fella, Enzo does.
Yeah, he's lovely.
He comes across that way on social media as well.
Yeah.
He does. So I noticed on your social media again that you let us all know that you'd finished work for a couple of weeks with that little tweet that you put out.
Yeah.
I found that quite funny. So what does the lead up to the fight look like now then, Nicola, in terms of the regime, the training regime?
So I were in the gym Friday. I were in the gym yesterday. Well, I was at home yesterday, but I was doing like my stuff I've got at home, so my treadmill and my bags and stuff. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be at gym doing light sessions, and then Thursday off, travelling down on Friday. So it's just, I've had my last spar now. I had that last week. So now it's just making sure my weight's all right, and just ticking over really, just having light sessions.
Just touching on your weight. You're a week out from the fight.
Mm-hmm.
How far away from making weight are you at this point?
I'm already on weight.
You're already on weight.
Yeah.
Wow.
To be honest, I walk around at probably 53
Yeah.
kilos. I don't usually go much above. If I go above it, it's usually 53 and a half, and that's very rare. And I box at Superfly, so it's 51 to 52. So I don't have a great deal to lose. But when I start getting into the last few weeks of camp, I'm always careful what I'm eating. I try and get it down, because then once it's down, like I've been eating normal for the past week, and I'm not drained and I'm not hungry. So it always works well for me.
That shows in your fights as well, because your constant pressure. I can't believe the pace you were setting in that last fight. You didn't stop at any point in those 6 rounds. You weren't taking any time off. You weren't taking a breather.
No, and I was quite worried about, because I've not done the 6 rounds. I feel like in a 6-round fight, it's different to a 6-round spar. But yeah, I was fine. And like Chris says to me at the end of it, how's your energy levels? And I was like, well, I could do a bit more, which is in good stead for September, because that's a 10 round. Well, it's down for a 10 rounder, so.
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't last that long.
And I've noticed that you've got a coach full going down, haven't you? I've seen the Twitter ads.
Yeah.
Which is good, isn't it? It's a good effort from the workshop crowd.
Yeah, yeah. There's still a few seats left if anyone wants to jump on. I've got a few left.
Yep. We'll put the details in the chat bar below.
Just out of interest, then, Nicola, how do people contact you if they want to do that?
Just drop me a message on any of my social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, we'll list all them below.
Great stuff. So I was just about to ask you actually, but you've said it. What this next European title fight, what it's set for? Did you say 10 rounds?
Yeah, it's down for 10 rounds. Yeah.
So obviously going hard for 6 rounds in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You said that at the time you was a little bit worried that you weren't getting the girl out of there, but surely that's got to hold you in really good stead for this next fight.
Yeah. Now I've got that bit of confidence that I can do 6, and I could do 6 comfortably. I think with a 10 round, you're obviously going to not start off at that pace as I did in the 6-round fight. So I think once I get the first few rounds out of the way, then I know, like if I do the first 4 steady, I know I've got the engine to do 6 more at a good pace. And I've been sparring 10 rounds now as well, which is giving me even more confidence.
Right. Who have you been getting in for the sparring? Have you just been sparring people from your gym?
Yeah, I've been sparring people with the gym. Did a bit of work with Ebony as well. So yeah.
How good is Ebony Bridges, Nicola?
Really good. Honestly, really good. Can't fault her. And I'm not just saying that because we're friends.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that. Like, yeah, she's good at what she does.
Yeah.
But there's a persona there, isn't there? That because she puts out all the stuff she puts out on social media, that maybe that's more of a front for things rather than a boxing ability. But quite clearly, she's shown on both fights that she's had for Matchroom.
She can definitely fight.
Yeah. It does, being so close to her, seeing everything that she does social media wise. I know you spend a lot of time. When she's in the UK, you spend a lot of time together, don't you?
Yeah.
Surely that's got to rub off on you, and you've got to be thinking, I can get to that. I can be fighting on these big cars, and I can be at that level.
Yeah, like it's always going to be there, isn't it? Like, I do think I can do it, and it's just a belief in myself, if that makes sense. Like, because I'm just a normal girl from Worksop, like with just local people around me. But my social media following is growing, and I'm going to carry on like working on it. And I don't think it'll ever be as big as Ebony's, but even a few thousand people, like it's a few thousand people that are backing you in it, and like I have to sell tickets. So if I've got a few thousand followers and a handful of them buy tickets from me and want to come and see me fight, it's better than nobody.
Are you planning on when you win the title? Are you planning on having a bout somewhere in Worksop Way or Sheffield?
Do you know what? I would love to fight up this end of the country because I've I'm fighting down south. I fought down south the other week. I've been in Aberdeen. I've not actually boxed where I live, and there's so many people wanting to come and watch me, but they can't afford the transport. We're putting transport on, but a lot of them can't afford the transport and the ticket because it works out nearly £100. And I'm at that age now where a lot of my friends have got houses, they've got babies, they're getting married, and I understand it. I understand that they can't come. And then a lot of my cousins, they're in the same situation. They've got kids or they're expecting kids, and it's a long way for them. And then on the other side of it, a lot of my aunties and uncles, they're a lot older, so they're in the 60s and 70s, and they don't want to be sat on a bus for 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I would love to fight near home. I think if I fought near home, because I've had a bit selling tickets for this fight hasn't been easy, to be honest.
I'd imagine not.
And we've put transport on, but people aren't prepared to travel 4 hours, and I've just accepted it, and I'm not going to make anything if I don't make anything from the fight, I don't make anything from the fight. It's going to be on TV. It's just one of them things. But I think if I was to fight up here and probably half an hour away from home, I'd have a lot more people coming.
I didn't really want to ask this question, Nicola, but I'm gonna ask it.
Oh no, what?
Would you ever consider moving into another governing body?
This question,
I don't mean put you on the spot.
It didn't even get asked on social media, but it was put out there with quite a few different people after my last fight, and it caused so much trouble. I stayed off social media.
Don't answer it then.
I stayed off social media for days.
Yeah, don't answer it then. Don't answer it. I apologise for asking
it. But the governing body I'm with, they're doing everything for female boxing, and I'd love to stay with them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair answer.
There's opportunities everywhere you look. There's different opportunities. And
it's just a question that's been niggling me, so I thought, well, I'll ask it, and
I don't blame you for asking, because it's just one of them questions that it has been flying about, and there's comments flying about all over. But I'm at the gym I'm at, and I'm happy at the gym, and they're doing a lot for female boxing, so I'm happy to stick with them. Yeah.
Can you just you've touched on it there, but seeing as though we're talking about it, can you explain to people that on social media, they probably don't understand the ins and outs of different governing bodies?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit to people that are thinking to themselves, oh, well, she's too good to be fighting at that level for that governing body. She should be fighting for these, or she should be fighting for these, or she should be under this promotion. Yeah. Can you just explain a bit about the governing body and exactly what they're doing for women in boxing?
I feel like it's I don't know how to explain it really, but I feel like it's just another governing body, but the only thing is it's still professional boxing. They're on Fight Facts, I think, and they're on Box Ranking, but they're not on. We don't get recognised by Box Rec, and I think that's one of the things where people on social media, they see a fight and they just go straight to Box Rec, but we're not on there, and then they think, oh, they're not professional boxers, but we are professional boxers, but we're just not recognised by Box Rec, but we're on it. We're on everything else.
And just so I can clarify, Nicola, in no way was I saying, the governing body's not up to scratch or anything.
Yeah.
It's just a genuine question.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that, yeah.
So back to this European title fight.
Yeah.
It seems, I don't know about you, but to us, it seems like forever since we first spoke about this.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of months, but a lot's gone off in that time period.
Yeah, I feel like a lot's gone off in that time, because what is it? 3 months, something like that.
It's got to be around three, maybe 4 months.
Yeah, it's got to be that. But yeah, I feel like, I've had my fight. I've had one fight, and that kept getting pushed back. But now I've had it, and then it's just been like a quick turnaround. I think I've done a lot in between that as well. Like I've been to fight camp, I've been training with Ebony, then I'm back up here, and then now it's fight week. When it gets to
that was gonna be my next question. Yeah. You've had so much going on.
Yeah. You've
not really had time to sit down and contemplate what this fight actually means and what you're going to be doing.
I know.
Because at the end of this fight, you're gonna have a European title strap over your shoulder.
Yeah, and that. Do you know what though? For me, that's a good thing, because I like distraction. I like to be busy, if I'm just sat at home, like last week when I had those few days off, because I'd already pre-booked those off, if I'd have just been sat at home, I'd have been wondering what to do with myself. But I'll just go with car, go to Swansea, and go and spend a weekend with Ebony. That was perfect.
Did you meet Eddie Hearn when you was down fight camp, Nicola? Because I noticed you met Dillian White, didn't you? Had your photo took with Dillian White?
Yeah, I had my photo took with quite a few boxers, yeah. I did see him and I said hello to him, but he didn't stop for a picture because he was on his way for an interview, which I'm pretty gutted about. I liked a picture with Eddie.
Yeah.
With the people that you did rub shoulders with, has anyone give you any advice?
Not really.
Did you not pick anyone's brains? You're not like that, are you? You're not forward in the way you don't push it on people. I can see that.
No, I'm quite shy, but yeah. I just have a photo picture.
Dillian White came up the hard way though, Nicola, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he came up small or onto small matchroom shows and worked his way up. So he would have been great to pick his brains.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
And he's got his own management company as well. I'm not, again, I'm not saying you're not happy where you are. I'm dropping myself in it this afternoon. What am I doing?
He's trying to stir the pot, Carl. What's going on, mate?
Not intentionally, honestly. I don't know.
It's all a healthy debate. It's all healthy debate. I'm not bothered. I'm always up for a discussion.
Again, I'm not suggesting you need to go and find a management company. I'm just saying that Dillian White's got a management company. That's what I'm saying. Andy, stop dropping in it.
It's like you can't say anything though, isn't it?
I know.
You put a little thing on Twitter and then it just spirals out of control, and I'm sometimes just think, is it worth it?
You've got a very close-knit group there, haven't you? You got a very close-knit group. It's clearly working for you. You've got Chrissy Coach who's very passionate about you girls in that gym.
Yeah.
So if it's not broken, why fix it? There you go.
Exactly.
So your promotion company, you were talking about wanting to possibly get a date up the north of the country, Sheffield, Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, love that.
Even right in Worksop itself.
Yeah.
Your promotion company, whereabouts are they based?
They're in, the Sporting Area one, which is the fight of the weekend. That's based, it is Brighton. It's down Brighton way.
They're based in Brighton, are they?
Yeah, it's down that way, yeah.
We touched on this the last time you were on as well, but can you just let everybody know how they can, for the ones that are not going to be in the arena on the night, how can they view this?
I think it's going to be on Fight TV, but keep your eyes peeled on my social media, because when there's a link or any more information, I'll let you know. Great
stuff. I know Fight TV, the majority of it's free to air as well. You just got to download the app. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I?
Yeah, that's what happened last time in April. Yeah, so I think it's the same.
It'll give you some great exposure. That will Fight TV, some great exposure.
It's been sorry, Carl.
And one question that again is in the back of my mind: Are you watching the Paul? No. Are you watching the Paul fight tonight?
I weren't going to. No.
No.
Stay right away from it.
Yeah, stay miles away.
I'm sure we'll catch up tomorrow, but I weren't going to stay up to watch it now.
No. Good answer.
What's your feeling on? What's your feeling? Because obviously you're a professional fighter.
Yeah.
That's come up at the hard way, just like a lot of professional fighters do. And then you've got this guy that jokes around on social media, drinks liquid out of trainers, all sorts of ridiculous stuff. And because he's got loads and loads of money, he's barged his way into the professional boxing scene, which doesn't sit very well for me. Anyone that's watched our live shows on a Thursday will have seen me rant on this about more than one occasion.
Yeah.
What's your feelings on what they do?
It's one of them things, isn't it? That like they've got all these followers, they've got all these fans. They'll put them on the promotions because they're gonna. All these people want to see them box. To me, it's a money thing.
It is. You're right.
Would you fight a YouTuber for a shed load of money, Nicola?
Well, if a YouTuber wants to fight me, why not? I'll get a bit of exposure out of it. I might get a few more fans.
I won't fault you 1 minute. I won't fault you 1 minute.
It's a fight.
Probably an easy fight as well, and you're getting paid a shed load for it. So
you'll get a shed load of money for it, and people actually tune in and watch you because you're boxing somebody with millions of YouTube fans or something.
Maybe you ought to get hold of the poor brothers and offer him a fight. You'll take my money's on you. Take them two clowns out.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
That would get you a gig in Workshop, wouldn't it? If you brought them over.
Yeah, probably. Probably sell like biggest arena out, North Notts Arena.
Yeah, I've been in North Notts. Yeah.
Be perfect to have a fight in there.
Brilliant, wouldn't it? It all opens up as well, don't it?
Yeah.
So as you sell tickets, you can expand it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Tell me about that, Nicola.
Yeah, there's an arena in Worksop. They do like weddings and everything like that. Yeah, it's quite big and it expands. You could probably have it as big as you want it, really. Start off quite small, and the more you sell, you could probably expand it.
And there's a bar in there
yeah,
too.
A bar. Yeah.
So Sportorium, if you're watching this, or when you do watch it, because it's going to be put on YouTube later today or tomorrow morning, make sure you get a fight up here because we all want to come see it.
Yeah.
And I know quite a few people at Bassett Law District Council, so if you need it in, reach out to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a contacts up that way, don't you, mate?
Yeah, I'm sure you've got contacts as well, though, Nicola. So, but that would it'd be a great venue. That would absolute beach.
I know they've done boxing there before, not our club or our promotion company, but they have had boxing there before.
Yeah, and like I said, with it expanding, it's perfect.
Yeah,
you can custom it to how many tickets are sold.
Yeah,
it'd be a nice test for you, wouldn't it, to see what your following's like locally.
Yeah, because obviously I've got a lot of people at work as well. I'm quite probably well known around Worksop, to be honest, through family, friends, and stuff like that. Yeah,
I was going to ask that. Do you get stopped?
I have been in shops, and it was the other weekend that I went in a shop and I got served, and this one was like, "You box, don't you?" And I went, "Yeah." And she went, "Oh, I saw you in the Worksop paper." So yeah, it's happened only a few times, probably twice.
How do you feel about stuff like that? Because you are quite shy.
Yeah, I'm quite shy.
It
happened in Swansea. So when I was in Swansea, I went to a gym with Ebony. And this woman come up to us on the treadmill, and she said to Ebony, like, "Oh, are you Ebony Bridges?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then I turned around and we had this, like, to take a photo, and she's like, "Wait, I know you off her social media," which was quite cool.
Well, obviously it's doing its job then, isn't it? You know, you don't care where you get the exposure from, do you? It doesn't matter to you.
Nah, it's all good.
That's the great thing. People knock social media. I've been a bit shy about using social media in the past, but I can see the benefit for up and coming fighters and up and coming sports people in general that are trying to get a bit of limelight, if you like, trying to get the name out there, trying to push themselves to a point where people are just gonna, as soon as a fight comes up, people are looking for it, and then they're gonna buy tickets regardless. It will get to that point because I've noticed just on the time that I've been on there, and it's not been that long, the difference in reaction when you post something on Twitter, the likes and the retweets that you get and the comments you're getting back. Yeah. It's massive now compared to what it was right at the start.
Yeah, like right at the start it was nothing, and like I didn't know what to post or anything like that. But then I've learned if you just be yourself, like especially on Twitter, like people get to know you. They get to know you, and you notice that it's the same people that's commenting and liking stuff and retweeting stuff, and it's probably them people that are going to want to come and see your box. So if you build that up, that's how you start, isn't it? Really.
Well, it builds that little bit of a network up, don't it?
Yeah, definitely.
We, as you're very aware from that last time we spoke, we're quite a young show.
Yeah.
We're trying to find our way, just the same as you are.
Yeah.
So the fact that you took the opportunity and the risk to come on our show originally, that don't get forgotten by us Nottingham boys.
The risk? What's the risk? Well, elaborate.
But it's very, very kind of you to come on originally, and very kind of you to come on again.
Oh, I love coming on. You two are awesome.
And you're in very good company, aren't you, Nicola, when you think about some of the other guests that we have on,
Yes.
Paul Smith Jr. I don't want to name drop tonight, it's your show, no one else's. We've had a few good guests.
Yeah, but it's nice to be on this. Nice to be on this journey where we can touch and you know, you're welcome to come on anytime you like. You know,
Yeah,
if
definitely.
if you've got something you want to get off your chest, just drop us a line and you can come on anytime. You're more than welcome.
Definitely.
That's definitely worth starting a campaign, though, isn't it? The Workshop Arena gig. That's definitely worth starting. You know, when you lift that European title, I think you should call it out.
Yeah.
Do it in the post fight press conference.
Yeah, I want to fight at Workshop Arena.
You've done Aberdeen, you've done Brighton. How about you get somewhere in the middle now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you say though, it'll actually test out of how many tickets I can sell.
Absolutely. I mean, you could even do a show. You could even do a show with all your fighters from your gym.
Yeah, definitely. Because they're all Worktop and Worktop surrounding area, really.
Sure. Yeah.
So that I think it would work well, and I think tickets would definitely sell for it.
And the good thing about Workshop is you know, you've got good infrastructure from Nottingham and from Sheffield.
Yeah.
So you've got two bang on fighting towns here who can easily get to Workshop. I don't know why I'm doing that with my hands. I am.
And we're in the middle of both of them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, so you've got two big pool of boxing fans here, haven't you, that you can draw on.
Yeah.
You know. So whoever you need to speak to from your promotional company, tell them to get it done.
Well, Nick, thanks again for coming on. I'm very conscious that you sat in a park somewhere doing this for us.
Nice
so we'll call it a night there. But once again, just to finish off, do you want to just let everybody know what they need to do to watch you on the 4th?
So if you want to watch me on the 4th, if you want to come down, drop me a message for tickets or transport. Otherwise, I'll post a link on my social media where you can watch it on Saturday night. And just a shout out to my sponsors, if that's all right.
No, it's fine.
KC Sofas, Jack Ball Nutrition, Notorious Fight Gear, JTM Building, and then Richard's Boxing, and a new one, which is Goodwin Racing, which is one of Ebony's sponsors as well. So thank you for them for speaking to me at Fight Camp, because that were really nice of them.
Have they got you on board now?
Yeah, they've got me on board, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Goodwin Racers, because they actually followed me on Twitter as well for some reason. So that's probably your influence here, Nicola. So,
worries.
Effort. So, Nicola, thank you for coming on from me. Good luck in the fight. Not that you need it.
Thank you.
I'll just say, and the new, and then I'll leave it for Andy to take it out. Cheers, Nicola.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on again. It's fantastic. Like I say, anytime, especially when you've won this title, come back and see us.
100%. Yeah, just let me know. Message
With that
me
strap
after
over
the
your
fight.
shoulder as well, Nick.
Yeah, message me after the fight.
I will do. Great stuff.
Take care,
Thank you very much. Take care. Good luck.
No worries.
Cheers.
See you later.